emotionally.
You said underperform. What I say right now, this is not to insult anybody, but I'm saying over 95% of the human beings on the planet are underperform all the time. They may be comparing themselves to somebody else and doing little better than them and they think they're okay. It is not a way to look at life. The important thing is, am I at my fullest possibility? Whether I am better than somebody or worse than somebody, this is not the issue. Unfortunately, that's become the issue, but that's not how it should be. Whether I am able to find full expression to all that I have in me. If you go by that context, over 95% of the population is seriously underperforming. If anybody comes to me here, those people who came here thinking, spirituality means they can close their eyes and do, whatever that kind of stuff, I'm all making them do 5 people's work. Each one must do 5 people's work, otherwise I'm not satisfied. And 7 days of the week, 365 days, we are on and on. Why I'm saying this is because this is most important in a human perspective, that everything that you have should find expression. If it doesn't find expression, it'll become knots within you which will bother you, you won't even know why. Simply for no reason, simply you feel, unfulfilled, kind of like there is a bad weather within you, no matter what is happening. So you can call it by many names, as I already said, there are many ways of looking at it. One simple way of looking at it is, see, human experience has a chemical basis to it. What you call as joy is one kind of chemistry, what you call as misery, another kind of chemistry, peace is another kind of chemistry, love is another kind of chemistry, agony is one kind of chemistry, ecstasy is another kind of chemistry. So right now, we can look at it in this simple way. If you create the right kind of chemistry within yourself, you will be blissful every moment of your life. Being blissful means your body, your mind, your emotion and your energies are pleasant. Because pleasantness is very vital for a human being and that's all you're looking for. See, you want your body to be pleasant. If your body is pleasant, we say, this is health. If it becomes very pleasant, we say, this is pleasure. If your mind becomes pleasant, we say, this is peace. If it becomes very pleasant, we say, this is joy. If your emotions become pleasant, we say, this is love. If it becomes very pleasant, we call this compassion. If your very life energies become pleasant, we call this blissfulness. If it becomes very pleasant, we call it ecstasy. If your surroundings become pleasant, we call this success. Well, all of you are entrepreneurs, that has been your focus, to make your surroundings pleasant for yourself. But when you want to make your surroundings pleasant, there are many ingredients in the surroundings. You will have to have some mastery over many people, many situations, various aspects in the world. Then only surroundings will become pleasant. For this, it is a question of competence. But to make your body pleasant, to emotions pleasant, mind pleasant and energies pleasant, it's 100% your business. To make your body, mind, emotion and energy pleasant, it is absolutely your business. Surroundings are a different matter, that is a question of competence. Not everybody is equally competent when it comes to the outside, but if you're willing, everybody is equally competent when it comes to the inside. It is just that nothing has been invested in the direction. In the sense, your entire schooling system that is there in the world today, tell me, is there any even a moment's focus as to how you should be? It's all about how is the bacteria, how is the cockroach, how is the frog. We even opened up these things and looked inside how they are working, but there is not a moment of turning inward and looking at what makes a human being, what makes a human being tick, what makes him go down, what makes him go up. Is there any science like that in the school? So entire schooling system has been like this. From there, everything has built up, our businesses, our institutions, our nations and societies have built up on the same format on which our education systems have been built. So based on this, we have not invested anything, so there are no results. Well, the question is coming from New York. Unfortunately, New York State is going through a really bad bout of this thing, it's terrible out there. But let's say United States, if you take United States as an example, 150 years ago, 93% of the US population was illiterate. Today it's 100% literate, I believe. How does this happen? Somebody invested in the infrastructure of schoolrooms, teachers, human infrastructure, physical infrastructure. Because of the infrastructure, today everybody is literate. I am asking, where is the infrastructure for inner well-being? That's what we are trying to build around the world, to build infrastructure for inner well-being of the human being. That is one basic focus of inner engineering. Fortunately today, we can do it virtually. See, you're in different places, we are talking to you. Fortunately, for the first time in the history of humanity, we can sit in one place and talk to the whole world. Why I am saying this is, if you look back on the history of this world, many great beings have come who had solutions for the world. Well, Krishna came, he could talk only to one person. A Buddha came, he spoke to a few hundred people. Jesus came, just 12 people and one of them freaked on him. Like this has been the history of this humanity. This is the first time that we can talk to the entire world sitting in one place. When there is an opportunity like this, if we do not transform human consciousness, that means we are simply not interested. So this virus has given us a break from whatever we have been doing. I think this is a great time. You're all entrepreneurs, you must also look at this, how to raise human consciousness. Whatever you need in terms of material support, whatever, I'm willing to give you, Isha Foundation is willing to give you. You build an enterprise of transforming humanity, because that is the biggest business in many ways, and that is the most vitally needed business on the planet.
Sure, thank you. And that leads to my next question. And of course, conscious is very, very important in philanthropy and charity and working for the society.